Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just doing a painting here, starting off. I haven't done a vlog in a long time, but I had an idea for a vlog, but these wildfires that are happening a little further north. Oh look, I got some paint right there. It didn't hit the new hat though. These wildfires are creating smoke, so it's messing up my video that I was going to come up with. I had a kind of a cool concept, but I will have to do that one a bit later. I want to show you what I'm working on right now. So early stages of Johnny Cash. So these are just blocking in some colors. Obviously I have to make that ear a little smaller and put some detail in there and stuff, but that's what I'm working on so far. While that's drying, I may as well show you what I was gonna have featured in the other video I was gonna do. It's using or implementing oil-based Sharpies. So I'm basically taking the Sharpies and I'm drawing on my truck. I used to have a whole bunch of Sharpie artwork on it before, and then it got kind of faded over the years. And since it's my primary vehicle now, since the black truck is now gone, I gave that away to Drew. I want this truck to look good again, so that's what I'm going to be working on now while the paint on the painting is drying. So this is what I've done in the other video, which I'll still upload in the future sometime, but this is what I had done already. And it's basically just a freehand style of randomness, and there's plenty of people who actually do Sharpie art on cars and trucks and stuff, and they're much better than me, but this is kind of like what I like to do. Also, I got this desk, which is going to be in my studio for my live videos and stuff. So when I'm not washing the dishes, I'll actually have a place to sit, and this is a desk that I got from a guy named Mike, a guy who follows me and Alex. Pretty cool guy. So look forward to that. Here, I'm going to show you some of the artwork. Archie. And then this little snail guy. Some random stuff. Got Yoda right in there. Some more stuff. Violence on TV. I have a lot of the same stuff that I had on the other livery, I guess you could. Oh, I'm getting a call. 1 second. Okay, so I got, one of my brothers. I just speak of the literal devil. The wildfires. One of them is potentially going to be affecting one of my brothers. So I am going to do my best to go give him a hand. He lives about 6 hours from me. So this video might be very choppy, or I might not even upload it. We'll see. Not going to be doing any more art for the next day or so, but yeah, I'm going to pack up and then I'm going to head out. Apparently there's a severe thunderstorm watch where I live. It would be nice if this was where the actual fires were. Regardless, I'm still going to go just in case. The other day it was super orange here, and now it's cloudy because it's gonna rain, which is good because there was a fire ban in the city. I'm more out in the country area, so we didn't have a fire ban here yet, but yeah, let's hope everything is good. Yeah, I can hear the thunder. I don't know if you can hear that. So yeah, I'm just waiting for my cousin to get here, my cousin-in-law, if that's such a thing, and we're gonna take his vehicle down because my truck has 3 flat tires, and the other truck, I don't have it anymore, but also it doesn't drive. And yeah, so the guy who is actually helping me, Alex, he's the guy who has the forge, who is gonna allow me to use it for Jen's brackets for the beams. Do you hear that thunder? That's a good sign. I just hope it's going to rain over there. There's 2 big fires in Alberta right now, and they're both really bad. So hopefully it starts raining. Made it to this small town. We have a few more hours left to drive, and then see what the situation is. Just getting gas, and then we're heading back on the road. So we've pulled over because it's really hard to see when oncoming traffic is coming because of all of the bugs that committed suicide on the windshield. So we're gonna try to take some of this fancy water and wash it off. Oh yeah. Perfect. Well, nearly perfect. Better than it was, that's for sure. Alright, back on the road. We still have another 2 hours or so to drive. So it's kind of hard to see, but it is pouring rain. So that's good news. We're almost at our destination, kind of, but man, it's raining hard. That's really good. Hopefully this will help the fire. Alright, we made it. So, it's morning now at my brother's house. It's pretty windy, and I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's pretty windy, and the wind is blowing the wrong way. It's actually blowing towards town, and the fire is just over my shoulder that way. So definitely not great. Yeah, so there's a lot of risk involved. It's likely that the fire won't actually make it in town, but it's carrying flaming debris because it's so hot and it's like drafting. That's how a few houses were lost further down, I guess. So yeah, now we're just contemplating, just checking out some of his toys. He's got a car over here that I think he should turn into a rat rod. It's pretty cool. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, this trampoline right here, I want to show you something. So you see how it has parallel bars here? When I was little, I was jumping on this before it had this style of mat. It just had mats covering the springs. Anyways, my leg went between these two bars, and then from my knee, I bent, instead of bending like a knee bends, it bent the other way, so sideways, all the way down, and I got stuck in there. My little brother, Dakota, had to pull me out. It's pretty painful, and I can still feel it some days. We may be getting some chickens if the original owners, they are rescuing a couple animals here that other people that they'd known who've already been evacuated in surrounding towns couldn't take with them. And there's some chickens, and they may not be able to take the chickens back because their place might be lost, unfortunately. So I may just get some chickens, 4 chickens. They're cooped up right now because they're really hard to catch, and if we have to leave, then we gotta leave. So it'll be a you know, priority to get the important stuff. So if we can just grab the chickens that are already in a cage, that'll be best. I don't know. We're figuring it out as we go. Yeah, this is my oldest brother, Dave, and yeah, he's got 5 kids and stuff. This is one of them right here. Yes, he has no head. Oh, I go up when you go down. This is Aiden. Yeah, so Dave is my oldest brother, and he lives way out here for some reason. Yeah, so we're just gonna kill some time while we figure out what's gonna happen. There should be another update in a couple hours from whoever gives the updates. We'll see. You're pretty good at that, actually. Oh man, that's funny. Hey, do you think you could hit, Aiden?
What?
Do you think you could hit the birdhouse with your birdie?
Which one?
He's gonna try to hit the birdhouse with the birdie.
When there's no wind.
When there's no wind. Oh!
I'll try the green one now.
Ha ha!
The birdhouse.
Yeah, you got it 2 times in a row. Okay, so we have an update of sorts. Update of sorts 1 is yesterday, all that rain, last night, I was like, oh man, it's good it rained. But the lightning from the rain started 3 new fires. They're smaller, of course, but it doesn't help. They don't want it to obviously connect. So the 2 big fires that are close by here, they don't want those to connect to make it even worse, because that's not good. I'm gonna stay here for a while longer, and Alex, the guy who drove me up here, is going to be heading back because he has to work tomorrow. He has a real job. But you guys should go follow him because he is a blacksmith and he makes really cool stuff. So, what is your Instagram handle?
North Core Forge.
North Core Forge, at North Core Forge on Instagram. And we've done a couple shows and stuff together. He's been in 2 shows of mine, and Alex at Curiosity Inc. carries his stuff, or used to carry his stuff until we moved it elsewhere. I don't know why I always say we when I'm talking about other people. But Confections Cake Co. carries some of his stuff. And what are some of the things that you make?
I make a lot of knives.
A lot of knives?
Yeah.
And jewelry?
And
other stuff.
Yeah.
You have to follow his Instagram to see that stuff. But thank you so much for helping me do this. Driving me out here and stuff.
No problem, man.
Alright, excellent. He's gonna take off now. I'm gonna see what's what here. I'm not exactly sure how long I'm gonna stay here. It would be nice if the advisory was just like down to 0 again, but it's still high, and it's kind of hard to see. But like this, it should be blue skies. That's all smoke, so you don't exactly want to be chilling outside all day. You can see there's no one outside. Not that this necessarily would be full of people anyways. I mean, it's a really small town, but still. I don't know. I guess we'll just wait. I do know that I am taking this truck home. This is a 1st generation Ford Lightning. Used to belong to my brother Ken, who sold it to Dave, and they have 2 other vehicles that they're gonna pack all their stuff in. I am getting the chickens, I guess, that I mentioned earlier, so I'm going to be taking the chickens in the back here, probably along with some other stuff, just some of the more valuable things and stuff, just in case the fire does make it out here. Hopefully it does not. That's, you know, always the major hope. But I'm going to be taking this. I've never driven this before. It's a very fun truck. We used to take it to the track. It's the same track that, if you've watched my vlog for a while, JT took his Supra to. This used to run 11s with the supercharger on it. I'm not sure if it has supercharger on it now, but it used to. Anyways, it's going to be a fun drive. I'm going to be driving safe because I am getting the chickens. See ya, Alex. I'm going to be getting the chickens in the back there, so I want to keep them safe and stuff. Well, I ended up staying for another night here. It seems that things have kind of slowed down a little bit. The situation has remained the same, which is not great, but it's not bad. So I know the fire has moved quite a bit. It used to be way over there, and now it's over there somewhere. Still far away from here, far enough away to not be super worried. Still on the evacuation watch or whatever you call it. But today we just ended up just hanging out, and then even the neighbor kid was hanging out, and everyone's pretty chill. Just playing on the trampoline. I did a couple of drawings. I did a couple of the same drawing basically. Tomorrow, probably just gonna drive home. Gonna take the truck just in case. It seems like everyone's relaxed. The wind has died down. It's not windy at all right now. It's pretty cool, and it's supposed to rain. Hopefully the rain doesn't, lightning doesn't start more fires. Yeah, things are looking up, it seems, which is good, because, sucks when your house burns down. Yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna head back into the house here and probably go to bed so I can get up and drive away. My brother Dave here has to work tomorrow, and that seems kind of weird. I would probably take the day off, but whatever. I guess you do what you gotta do, and keep your mind off of things like this, and because it doesn't help to stress about stuff. It doesn't actually help the situation at all. Anyways, tomorrow's a new day. Alright, good morning. So today the agenda is drive home basically. It's about a 7-hour drive or so. Around here it's a lot more lively today. It's Monday, so small town, Sundays usually it's pretty dead. Everything's closed, everyone's spending time at home. Today people are driving around though. Yesterday there was only like 1 or 2 cars. Now there's a car every few minutes here. That's good. I did see some people leaving with a bunch of stuff packed up, so maybe they know something I don't. So far the status of the fire has remained the same, I think. Today it's not windy though, so that's good, and it smells like rain, not smoke, so that's probably good news. The health center that's right across the street here is full of cars, so maybe that's a good sign. I know that everyone was evacuated from there a couple days ago. Yeah, so I'm gonna pack up the old gals in the back of the truck here. First, breakfast though, it's gonna be banana bread. My wife packed me bananas as snacks for the drive, and I didn't eat them, and I accidentally left them outside, well, in the bag, so they got all black. So my brother Dave's wife made banana bread with them last night, which, yeah, she's a really good cook, so that's awesome. Although you can't really mess up banana bread unless you're putting walnuts or something in there. That's a weird thing to do. Anyways, today is gonna be a good day, I think. I hope it doesn't. I hope I didn't just jinx it. Alright, on the road again. Got the chickens secured in the back. Hopefully they were comfortable on the ride home. I put a blanket over them so they wouldn't be all spooked and all full of wind and stuff. I think they should be good. I'm going to be taking it pretty easy on the way home. The speedometer is in miles per hour instead of kilometers per hour, so I have to make sure that I'm not ripping. I remember one time I was driving my brother Mike's truck when I was much younger, and I didn't realize it was in miles per hour, so I was going 100 miles an hour on the highway, and everyone else was going so slow, and I was like, what the heck, why is everyone going so slow? And then I was like, wait a minute, why are the numbers, the small numbers, so much different? I was like, usually, what? Oh no, this doesn't make, I get it. I was like, because like in miles per hour, the 100 is like way over to the right, and in kilometers an hour, the 100 is basically at the top. So I was like, ugh. Depending on the speedometer, of course. But anyways, on my way home, should take quite a few hours. Plus, I have to stop for gas basically at every gas station on the way home, because this thing has some modifications, of course. Bigger engine, and it's older. It is fuel injected, but you know, and it's got a 410 rear end. That gear ratio, obviously, you know, if you understand it, like the torque and all that jazz. I don't really understand it. All I know is that gear ratio, it's a gas hogger, because you know the wheels spin less times or whatever or something. I don't know. I could be explaining that wrong. All I know is that it's good for the track and not so much for road trips. I can even feel it in my foot that we're using more gas somehow. All good. On my way home. This should be a good road trip. I'm gonna be listening to some podcasts and stuff. I just stopped for gas here at a card lock, about 2 hours into the drive, and just gonna top that up a bit, and we're making good time, I guess, considering we got the chickens. I'm actually gonna check on the chickens now to make sure they're doing good. And this vintage gas pump, I mean, it's not vintage, but you know, it's old. We don't have these anymore, at least in the city. It's weird when you see these old gas stations. Oh, this is a card lock, but it's the same thing. I used to work at an Esso station, actually the one that right by the house that I live in now, and that was like my first job when I was 12 or something like that. And I pumped gas, and we had old gas pumps like this. Let's see how the old gals are doing. Let's turn this around. So they're there. They seem okay. I mean, I don't really know much about chicken behavior. Oh, hey, check that out. One of them laid an egg. So I guess they can't be that stressed out. I don't think they lay eggs when they're stressed. I could be wrong. I don't know anything about chickens, really. All I know is that they're birds. But hopefully they're doing okay. We only have about 6 hours more, or 5 hours more, I guess, to drive. Just giving them some vegetables. I just Googled if they can have peppers and cucumbers. Some more stuff that Ashley packed up for me. And I hope I hope they like it, because this ride is probably not the funnest, although they seem okay. Well, it seems like they like the peppers and the cucumbers, so that's good. So we're on our way. We're on the road again, obviously, and I got some good news. The fire is contained, so they're not going to have to leave their home, which is good. It was worth coming out here, seeing my brother again. I don't see him that often because he lives so far away, but he is planning on moving back to the Edmonton area, so that's good. Anyways, back on the road. Another 5 or so hours of driving, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. We'll see. Maybe I'll see another bear. Did you see the bear in the last traveling clip there? Rewind it if you missed it. He's there at the end there. I love driving, but sometimes it's a little boring. Oh well, I love driving this truck. It's got good throttle response. It's really fun to drive. It's got that 4:10 gear ratio in the back end, which makes it a gas hog, but I mean, that's not the only thing that makes it a gas hog. Anyways, onward. So I made it home. Chickens are all good. They only laid the one egg. I gotta clean up their little, it's a dog kennel that they're in. And I actually have another dog kennel that is basically the same size as that. I may put them in there tonight just to get them used to the new place. But I do have 2 chicken coops on this property. One of them is right here, which I actually built this a long time ago. I actually used to know the people who lived here before, and it's a whole story. But this is one of the ones, we didn't actually finish this, but it's one of our cheap design that we had. So we have that one. We just use it, me and Ashley just use it as a storage shed for yard tools and whatnot. And then back here, I got a bigger one, which is also not finished, and I'm not sure why it wasn't finished. And it's got a whole fence around it and stuff, and it has a, you know how you put the chicken wire underneath the ground so a fox can't go under there. We do have foxes around here and coyotes, so I don't want the chickens dying on the first day, but Hank should keep them away, but that's if Hank gets along with them. So we also have this one right here. The only thing is that the roof is sloped the wrong way. Also hasn't been cleaned out in years. This is kind of a, I don't know. I don't know what to do exactly. We'll see. I was not expecting to get these chickens, so, you know, this is just how it is. You know, you go plan your next couple chores and to-dos, and then suddenly your brother's house might burn down, so you want to go help him out, and then you get chickens. In this case, his house didn't burn down, but I still got the chickens. I'm also locked out of my house right now. I didn't bring any keys, and Ashley's at work. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do right now. Maybe I will mow the dandelions. That's probably what I'll do. Plans are always getting changed, which is fine. There was going to be a video about the truck, which is right there. That plus the painting at Confections Cake Co., all that sort of stuff. It was going to be all about life of an artist was going to be my next video. But then the smoke came, which made it hard to be outside because it makes your throat all raw. And I mean, the sky was orange, so I wasn't exactly going to be spending all day outside drawing on my truck. So instead, this one comes out. But anyways, these dandelions aren't going to chop off their own heads. I don't think. That doesn't usually happen.